Are you ready?
It started. What did I do with my face?
Just normal. Just be normal. Just relax. Not that serious. It's really not that serious. Welcome to the Chat with Quabs. As you can see, I have a guest. Some of you may know him, some of you might not. But can you tell us what your name is?
Oh, Michael.
Wow, that was silly.
What?
Add some like extra va-va-voomf.
Oh, like a YouTuber. Hi
No,
guys.
yeah.
My name is Michael.
Michael.
I was born in DC.
Are you where?
Grew up in what?
You where?
We'll stop the accent then. Let's just stop.
You where? And
I
what?
wear what?
And what else? Keep going.
Oh, the whole intro.
Just keep going. Just let it be natural. It's not, just go. Go for
Yeah.
it. So how I know Michael? Michael and I went to the same high school. And he was my junior. He's a baby, by the way.
Edit that out.
I will not.
Edit that out. What do you mean?
So he was my junior. He's a year
year.
behind me, yes. And I found out. How did I even find out you were in DC?
We bumped into each other on the street.
That's so true.
We bumped into each other on the
You're
street.
shaking the table. Take your hands at the table.
What?
You're shaking the table. We need to have the footage be, like.
I have to start this thing again.
Well, no, this is all
I have to start this thing again.
No, so literally, I was going somewhere. I think I was going to get lunch or something, and I saw him walking down the. Was that what happened with your friend?
Literally, my friend. We just started texting and found out that she worked a block away from us.
That day?
Yeah, so that day was the first day we had met up.
You were
like,
hanging out with her. Yeah.
You live close. So on the way to lunch,
and then he met me. Yeah, and I was like, I know this guy.
And I was literally just telling her like, oh yeah, I moved to DC and like I don't really I only have like 3 people from it. Like,
right, that you know.
That I know and things. And but plus 1. It's crazy.
And I was the coolest one too, so he won't admit it, but it's the truth. Anyway. And we also found out that we were like a block away from each other in terms of where we worked. And so we used to have like lunch together. And Michael is never on time for anything. I'm just putting that out there. I don't care how he feels about it.
Look,
he's never on time for anything. He's the worst. Like,
if I'm feeling the shift for Corey and Corey isn't on time, what am I gonna do? I have to wait.
What's
I have to wait for Corey and Yolanda to come back to the front desk before I can leave.
No,
so
lies you tell.
No.
Let me tell you something. Today, we've been talking about this video. First of all, let me start. No. Let me start for my birthday, guys. Yes, we're going to go. I'm taking out all the receipts. Yes, all the receipts. Michael was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be there on time. Like I left an hour ago. I should definitely be there on time." And so on my way, I was actually kind of late. So on my way, I was like, "Oh, Michael, hey, I'm running late," because I felt bad because I was like, he's going to be there way before me, right? I was like, "Hey, Michael, sorry, I'm going to be late." Blah blah blah. And he was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'm 45 minutes away," and this is me when I was late. After this guy had hyped for for centuries about how he was going to be on time. He did the same exact thing.
Today was different.
Well, he's been doing it for the past couple of days. And today he was like, "Don't worry, I'll be here by 3 o'clock."
I talked. I probably texted you every day.
Oh, yes!
So 3 o'clock.
Listen, I was like, and in my head I was like, this guy
3:20 for a Saturday.
After you had talked all that trash.
For a Saturday.
No, please.
20 minutes late.
I
could come at 6.
No, in my head I was like, oh, this guy, he's talked so much trash. He's going to have to live up to it. Like, he's going to make it on time.
It took me 2 hours to get here.
Don't even make this a sob story. Is that a sob story?
Due to more unfortunate circumstances.
Which is your fault still,
it's a different video. Oh, Charlie. I mean, the insurance said it was my fault.
It is your fault. I mean, I don't think insurance needs to tell you that it was your fault. Like, it was your fault.
It's okay, yes?
Oh, okay. Moving on. I just wanted you to know that Michael is always late. He needs to change his life.
It's horrible. A lie.
Anyway.
It's just a crystal.
No, please.
Okay, comment under if I've ever wronged you by being late.
All the time.
I know it's just crystal.
You liar. That's what this is. You're a liar. Okay. But we're going to jump into the actual conversation. This wasn't even part of the conversation. I just had to air out some grievances, some heart issues.
Just wanted to expose me.
I had to expose you, yes. And let you know that you have to be on time. This is,
This phone.
This was what he did the last time. I remember. Do you remember when we went to Astros? And I was like, and he was mad late, right? And I was like, Michael, you have to be on time. Michael, you have to be on time. I was giving him all of this like talk, whatever. And he was like, oh, okay, I'll try my best.
Astros was nice.
Astros was nice.
It was a very nice place. That's like some like.
But that's what
fried chicken.
The donuts and fried chicken.
Yeah,
place
donuts and fried
and then after that, you kept going there without me.
They show Champions League. Like.
So yeah. Anyway, let's just end this conversation before it goes too far. Or it gets too long. But we're going to talk about something that I think is going to be helpful to a lot of people, especially people who are recently graduating. And for those of us who have been out of school for a while, it's just maybe something we can share this moment, talk about as we share our own experiences. Maybe if you feel like you can relate, then just relate along with us. If you disagree, please feel free. But we're going to be talking about our experiences after college and if they matched our expectations. And yeah, basically in a nutshell, I think things will come up as we go along, but that's the gist of it. I wrote some things down. Let me just check to make sure.
Notes.
I don't have notes.
Bullet points.
Yeah. Oh, and we're going to talk about adulting as well, because adulting. Sorry. That was verbs. We're going to talk about adulting as well, because adulting is a scam. Let me just listen. Of late, no, it really is. I've been feeling. Well, we'll get into that, but let's just start with. Okay, Michael, you start.
It can be a scam.
Because it is a scam. But you
yeah.
don't agree fully. But I'm going to
I guess through the conversation we'll see.
We'll see. A scam, yeah? Michael, take your hands out there.
Oh, shall I?
You keep relax. Because you're relaxing with your hands in your. You're shaking.
Frame.
No, you're just making it. Don't you know that? Like, look. Like, if we start.
I've just realized what your stand is. Books and the cassette.
I die, please.
Hey.
Guys, we're improvising.
7 books and a cassette.
It's like it's a CD, by the way. I don't own cassettes, guys. I'm not that ancient.
It's all the same era. It might as well be a floppy disk.
I'm actually shy.
I'm blasting me to stop shaking the books.
I'm shaking my stand. Okay, fine, whatever. You can actually hear it. Let's start this video. We've been chit-chatting for a whole...
Editing.
Oh, that's right. Anyway, so Michael, tell me. So when did you graduate, first of all?
I graduated in 2017 from DePaul University in Indiana.
Oh my gosh.
In Greencastle, Indiana.
Who lives in Indiana?
Not many. I mean,
that's
Indiana.
Why he's a little
Greencastle,
weird.
Indiana was
with
different.
Cows.
No, it was more corn.
Oh my gosh, cows. Even worse.
Yeah, there were no animals around, Seth. It was just corn. Sometimes you get soybeans.
Oh my days. Well,
like
guys.
Switch. Man.
That's why we have this here.
But I think I didn't really have an orthodox kind of like entry to America, then like look to adulting, because DePaul was very different in the sense that it was very shocking. Like it was like a culture shock. Just like
there are no human beings.
No, it's not even about human beings. It's more like I got very early introductions to like blatant racism and like just like outside of city life. So it's like just you and college students. So from very early on I had an idea that like this is not real life. Like
that's good. That's good that you had that like
yeah, from very early, DePaul, because it's so isolated and there's so many crazy things going on in such a small space and there's nothing everywhere else. It kind of feels like camp. Almost
for
like
4 years.
literally. Literally. It was like a long boarding, or like boarding school, because we were like 2,000 people as well. Yeah.
Oh, but Wellesley felt that way as well.
Yeah.
I mean, but it wasn't not your situation at all. But
Confederate flags.
Driving
through campus and stuff. But it built character.
Or like you're able to fight. You're just like, you come at me, I'm gonna smash your face in.
Eesh.
No, that's not how that went down.
Maybe not like that, but like you just kind of like know how to maneuver now that like I don't know how I don't know if it's like those like deep conversations, but like basically when you
just go for it.
When you grow up in Ghana and you grow up like around the majority, like everyone
Black
looks
people.
like you, you don't really connect with the issues that you hear overseas.
Because you don't have any points of reference, right?
Like a lot of the time, I think about it a lot of the time that like we didn't really learn about like Malcolm X and those guys in like
because we didn't have
school.
to. There was no reason to.
Yeah, outside like slavery and like maybe MLK, we didn't really.
I mean, you know who Martin Luther King is. You know that Malcolm X was kind of like the bad guy, freedom fighter.
But like we know.
But you don't know like the in-depth.
You know who Khrushchev is and Gorbachev and things. So how do we not learn Malcolm X? Why do we have to go and look for it anyway? But when you get somewhere like Greencastle, you realize that like wow, like things are pretty similar to how they were back then. Like you realize that it's like no overreacting.
That's actually crazy, man.
Yeah, it's actually not that different.
Yeah, that's not cool. Anyway.
But yeah, so after going through all of that, my adulting decisions was to go to the opposite of Indiana. So I ended up in San Francisco.
Oh, do you know what? Michael has ruined San Francisco for me. Do you know you remember what he told me?
No.
He was like, on the streets, he remembers he was walking somewhere sometime and he saw human poop on the ground. Because San Francisco is dirty. Because of him, I don't want to go. Because I don't want to be walking around and see human poop.
See, I love San Francisco. It's my favorite.
He said he loves it, but now he's favorite city.
But it wasn't that when I was walking somewhere one day and I saw it. I said every day.
Oh my! This is what you did.
I said every day. I said I saw that every day.
I almost thought you were going to say that. No matter where I actually see that, but look at what you're telling me. That's not helpful.
Every day.
So nasty.
San Francisco, why?
Yeah,
why is San Francisco dirty like that?
Yeah, no, I'm not even for it. But anyway, tell the story.
No, but it's beautiful.
I
got there so expensive. Yeah. I was living in. So.
Tell us your story, bro. Get it out.
So I mean, I did economics. Got to San Francisco. So my idea was that with my economics degree, I'll do like marketing, like market analysis. Kind of like data, trying to guide campaigns and stuff, lead them. So I started applying. I ran to San Francisco before I thought of a solid plan, because as soon as I graduated, I was just trying to get out of Greencastle.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, so I started looking at those account executive
roles and
those things, because they always look so they look so like, oh yeah, this is exactly what I want to do. Yeah, and I got there to the interview, and they'll sell it like that. They're like, oh yeah, so we're doing what we're doing is sales and marketing. We're not doing sales, we're doing marketing. So yeah, you come in and then we'll train you and we'll give you the resources. So when you hear resources and like,
this is a big shot.
There's a stats, yeah, so you can calculate your statistics at the end of the day and do a projection.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
Oh yeah. So I got to my first day. They told us that, okay, so now let's go to Walmart and Best Buy. We're going to do sales. Do that. Count. If you get to 100 people, then you stop.
Yeah, wow.
100 strangers. Talk about Xfinity. And if their phone bill is too high.
What a great job, guys.
Yeah, it was like just to change your contracts. I was helping people, if people paying internet, TV, phone.
On the bright side,
No, and on top of that, it was like an hour away from where I was living. And
my God.
It's like the office is an hour away and you'd be going to different
places. You're just hopping around.
Yeah, just to different Walmarts. Just like, hey, how you doing?
You must know the inside of a Walmart, like.
Oh, every Walmart looks the same. Every Walmart looks the same. Best Buy, they try and switch it up a bit, but Walmart
is just. They got it down to the T.
The people who goes to Walmart in every city are the same.
They know exactly where.
It's the same people. Just change hats. Just the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did that for a while. Ended up working. But I decided to stick with it for 2 months because I wanted to learn how to talk to strangers, just to like not have any walls when I'm meeting people. And I'll say that actually helped. So that was one thing I did not expect adulting. It actually helped. Like, right, I can talk to pretty much.
Which is true, because you remember I was hinting at it. I remember we were going for lunch somewhere, and Michael would literally be smiling at people, talking to people. Hey, what's up? Hey, what this? What? And I'm like, can we just focus on where we're going? Like,
I get a lot of free things.
And also like the people who were doing the job that he just explained, he also was talking to them as well. Like, you know how sometimes when people stop you on the road and they want to sell you something or like have a conversation, you be nice and be like, nah, I don't want to do this. This guy has now come to stand there and have a proper. I'm just like, and he doesn't want to like purchase anything, but he just wants to talk to them. I'm like, my guy.
Some of them knew me from different spots.
Yes.
They were at. They're like, oh, I know you. Yeah, I know you can't help me. Like, sack me. I just want to be friends. Like,
so annoying. Well, I guess that was a good thing. You learned how to talk to people on the road. But like, bruh.
Yeah, but after 2 months, it was also strictly commission based. I forgot to add that. So like, if you don't make sales, you're not eating. So eventually, I left and just started working at Barney's because I like clothes, and it was getting like discounts on clothes and talking to people about clothes and convincing them to buy it, which is like what I'll be doing anyway.
So basically, the point is that you like to talk to people.
Yeah, it was a bit different from my economics plan.
Which, let me just make a side note over here, guys. If you're ever wondering what you want to do with your life, right? Look at the things that you like to do. So I'm making this plug because I think, and you hear it a lot in conversations with people, especially people who are ahead of you or coaches or just people who have wisdom about like purpose and finding out what you want to do with your life, your passions and everything. They always say that if there's something that you just naturally gravitate towards or you're just good at, explore opportunities or even like jobs that allow you to do those things, because it just comes naturally to you and it will not be like a burden to do those things because you just do it. Exactly. So just a side plug, because from Michael's story you can tell, I mean, it wasn't the most, glamorous position, but he enjoyed it for what it was worth.
I had so much fun, especially like the Barneys. I was determined. Like, it was the first time they didn't have online applications because it's Barneys. Like either you know someone or like you were in fashion, you were working at like Nordstrom or something before. But so I printed 10 CVs and walked around the streets of San Francisco because I was like, I'm getting a high fashion job. Like, I want to be high fashion. So I went to like Montclair, I went to Gucci, I went to Zara, just like, hey, what's up, how you doing? So, how did you get your job?
Is that what you did?
Yeah, like, I went to like, I had a list. So I was crossing them off, like, okay, have I been here? No, I haven't been there. Like, so I'll go there.
Determination.
Yeah, because I had no fashion experience at all. I didn't do any design.
Wait, would you go back into fashion?
What?
If you had the opportunity.
Barney's again.
Not even Barney's, but like in some different capacity. You work at Barney's again?
Probably.
At this right now, after what you're doing now, you go back.
Now I have to, because I'm getting closer and closer to like my like data analysis and stuff goes. Maybe not, but like if this was maybe if it was like last year when I was now coming to apply for this one medical, I would probably have done it. There's no Barney's in DC.
Wow.
Yeah. So I worked at Barney's and then I realized my situation in San Francisco was crazy because we were 4 people living in a 2-bedroom, paying $1,000 each. While job searching, because I had left Barney's to try and do finance and stuff. So while job searching, that's what I was doing. And it just wasn't adding up because I had to also pay for food and laundry and things. So I eventually left and came to Virginia.
Right. So let me ask you this question. So when you were in school and you were about to graduate, did you have an idea of what you wanted to do post-graduation?
Yeah, I would say I did. I wanted to do marketing.
And so your trajectory, did that kind of fit that mind expectation that you had, or it was
what, like, did
as in,
how
like,
it went?
Yes, basically how it went, like your expectation versus your reality after graduation and even now. Like, did you expect that you would take this path that you're taking when you were in grad school? Think about the plans that you had when you were in school.
The San Francisco part, actually, yeah. because I knew what I was getting into, because I knew one or two people in the entire city. I knew it was an expensive place.
Right.
But I just wanted to see like what it was like, to see if I can be there. I ended up staying there for like 9-10 months. So I would say that was pretty much the same. I didn't expect DC to go the way it did.
He doesn't like DC, guys.
Don't get me started.
We're not going to go down that track, but he doesn't like DC, and that really annoys me. But anyway.
Museums.
But that's not all that.
I know. Okay. It's okay. We'll start.
But yeah.
But I mean the DC part, because when you're in college and stuff, you know, like this kind of subtle communication in college of like which areas have the jobs. Like,
I never had that.
You know that like, oh, if you want finance, you have to go to East
New York.
Yeah, you know, like there's this like narrative of like, oh yeah, DC, if you did economics, international development. DC? Yeah, like, you know, like international development, public policy and stuff is DC's thing. DC. And then New York is finance, then like LA is like media and showbiz, like that stuff. So I thought like, okay, I went to go and fool around in San Francisco and explore myself for a bit. So let me just come. And then professionally explore myself career-wise. But then so I got to DC, and it was even harder to get a job than it was in San Francisco.
But you were looking, caveat, you were looking for a specific type of job. Or were you looking for those same types of jobs in LA too? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was looking for those same type of things.
So I guess what I'm trying to get at is, was it, because a lot of times, right, when we're about to graduate, or when we're in the last year of our undergrad degrees, or even grad school, whatever level of education you're at, there are expectations, because you're looking towards something. Like, you're expecting that after I graduate, this and this and this and this is going to happen, right? And it doesn't always work out that way, because obviously life, and you know, people have to make decisions about your applications, which I hate, but that's the reality. And it's not always like an easy road, because I was talking to someone recently, and the person was talking about how someone that they know is stressed out and is eating a lot. It's not funny, but it's stressed out because they just graduated and they're looking for a job, and it's really hard, you know. And it's like it's just a roller coaster of emotions, especially when you've gone to a good school, you know you're a good student, or you know that you are just like an intelligent person and you can do any type of job that's given, well, not any type, but you know what I mean, that if you got a job you do well in there, but you're just having a hard time getting your foot in the door in the first place, you know. So
protect your mental health as
soon as you graduate. It's very important. It can get really crazy.
It can get crazy.
Yeah, and just also realize that there's no one, it's not a linear path. And some people have that path, but if you're not having that path, it's okay. Because there are a lot of people who have gone before you who didn't have a linear path, but at some point in their lives, they made it somewhere where that was part of the plan that they had. Maybe they haven't reached the epitome of their, you know, their life, career, anything, but they're on that track. Do you know what I mean? And so it's not, I feel that, like that, because I went through that stage when I graduated from college. For 3 months I was doing an internship that was unpaid, and I was like broke poor and it was miserable because I was applying for all of these jobs and I wasn't getting any callbacks, and I was like stressed out. I felt like my entire life was about to fall apart.
Sometimes you be thinking, then something you applied for 2 months ago is like, hey, I know, sorry, we didn't accept you.
Some of them didn't even have the courtesy to send a thank you for your application email. I hated those. Thank you for your application. I hated those emails. Every time I saw that, I was just like, oh my gosh, just like, you know. But it was a really hard time. I remember there were several times where I just thought like, so what was the point? You know, I went to school, I did all of these things here, and now I'm here, and I don't have a job, I don't have money, like I'm just broke in America. But in America. But basically, this long talk that I'm talking is basically to encourage people that, listen, it's not a linear path. You will definitely get to a point in your life where you're more comfortable than you are right now, if you're going through that. If you're at a place where you're trying to figure out what the next step is, or you are struggling to get a job and you're having identity crisis issues, like, trust me, it's going to get better. Like, we are all, I don't know if you had that phase of like stressful, like, why is my life not going the way I thought it would go after I graduated? But I had that for 3 months straight. But I survived, and I'm here to tell my story.
Yeah, mine was more when I moved to Virginia.